Today we are here once again to celebrate what I would describe as an enduring legacy of John Dramani Mahama. And I begin noting, those of you who are students of history, so you can begin writing, that forever it will be part of Ghana's history that it was under John Mahama's ring and tenure that Ghana got its first ever female vice president. A reflection of his faith, unwavering faith and belief in the potential of the girl and the woman demonstrated. Then today again, the making of history. I'm sure again I can say unparalleled that it will go into our history that no president under the Fourth Republic, if I want, I can extend it under since independence. But I'll narrow myself so that deputy leader tomorrow, when he asks for budget support, I don't suffer in the corridors of parliament. But at least no president in our living history would have been said that he prioritized women's mental and hygienic health after today's ceremony than Excellency John Dramani Mahama. A historical fact. So my today is to introduce him, but before I go into that, I have the permission of Mr. President as he's addressing. A number of you here are teachers. One of your major concerns, the President just referred to me, is that in his campaign rounds, many of you who are Deputy Director Generals of Education suffer to hold the ladder above you to become directors because of the unavailability of office space. President John Dramani Mahama has directed the GES and the Ministry of Education that henceforth all those deputy directors be given their legitimate promotion. But accept that even without offices, they will still serve the GES in the capacity of directors. Accordingly, a decision of his legacy as President of the Republic of Ghana. Today's milestone, in my words, is to say a terminal end to the unbearable emotional trauma and indignity that young girls go through responding to the natural call. Excellency John Dramani Mahama says from today, you will give a terminal end to that strife and to that struggle, so that no girl child in Ghana will absent herself from school, have her dignity compromised, as we watch in the drama, because of undergoing this natural biological process. So I'm happy President Mahama himself is here to do us the honor of the luncheon. It will improve attendance and retention in our schools and consequently enhance academic performance. Under President Mahama, sometime by the end of this year, he is dedicating himself to the promotion of mathematics, science, and engineering education STEM. So from primary 4 to primary 6, STEM kits and STEM cells will be introduced for all learners at that level to get exposure to science, mathematics, and engineering education.
I am honored to, on behalf of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Her Excellency Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman, the first female Vice President of Ghana, to welcome you to this all-important event, which is the official launch of the free distribution of sanitary pads to basic school students and SHS students across the country. This initiative, which is a fulfillment of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's first 120 days of social contract, could not have come at a more appropriate time as this, as it aims to improve menstrual hygiene management among girls and to also reduce absenteeism and stigma and support the overall well-being and academic performance of the girls. Mr. President, distinguished invited guests, today marks a significant step forward in our collective journey toward achieving gender equality, improving menstrual hygiene management, and removing one of the most persistent barriers to girls' education and well-being in our country. Menstrual hygiene is a major health issue affecting girls of reproductive age worldwide. School-age girls in marginalized communities face the largest barriers of menstrual hygiene management, as many schools do not have the necessary facilities, supplies, knowledge, and understanding to appropriately support girls during menstruation. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, in Ghana, over 5 million girls are in their menstrual period, out of which most of them lack proper access to menstrual hygiene materials, especially sanitary pads. Meanwhile, proper menstrual hygiene management is integral to achieving several of the Sustainable Development Goals, notably Goal 3, to ensure healthy lives and promote well-being of all at all ages. Goal 4, to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. Goal 5, to achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. As we begin this initiative, let us work assiduously towards improving the health and well-being of girls through intense advocacy and awareness on menstrual health management. Distinguished guests, the launch of this initiative is a call to action for stronger partnership and collaboration towards building a society where no one is left behind as a result of biological makeup. Let us commit to working hand in hand to break the silence around menstruation, end poverty or period poverty, and create a society where every girl can thrive with confidence and pride, and indeed with dignity.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, the Honorable Minister of Education, the Honorable Minister of Gender, the Paramount Chiefs of Sempe and Abula, children, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, friends of the media, Ago.
Amen.
Ago.
Amen.
Ago.
Amen.
It is an honor and a great responsibility to chair this significant event as we begin a darling project aimed at improving lives of our young children, especially the girl child, promoting their rights to quality education. Many of our girls go through major challenges month after month, making them miss school for days. As the custodian of Ghana tradition, one of the first things I embarked on after my installment is a girl child project, which is at the heart of all my programs. It is important that nothing stops the girl child from transiting from one level to the other. I support initiatives that provide support systems that ensure that the girl child gets well educated, healthy, empowered, and to take up her rightful possession in society. Realizing her full potential, I am a believer in the profound statement of the renowned Ghanaian educationist, Dr. Kwegrin Agri, that said, if you educate a man, you educate an individual. But when you educate a woman, you educate a whole nation. That is why I firmly believe in the enrollment, retention, completion, and achievement of girls in basic schools and tertiary schools. It is indeed right that I fully support and applaud His Excellency the President, John Dramani Mahama, for taking this lead in this project. There is a role that traditional leadership must play, and as custodians of our culture and values, we have a scared responsibility to protect the dignity and well-being of the girl child. In many of our communities, tradition once created safe and respected spaces for girls. Times have changed, leaving most of these young girls without proper guidance. But as traditional leaders, we can lead the charge to reverse this by opening the conversation, supporting programs like this, and by ensuring no harmful cultural practice stands in the way of the girl child's health and education. Today, we break the silence with action. We guys have a belief that fali femo mlinghi wale papayo. Cleanliness leads to good health. In my role as chair of this groundbreaking launch, I have high hopes for the initiative and pray that it will continuously be countrywide. Let us all rally behind this enterprise. And from our traditional leaders, parents, and all stakeholders, may these policymakers ensure its success and its sustainability. On this note, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to accept this chair role and this historic lunch. Chanu Manyaba.
Yo, we are doing.